two-seater in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and the Michigan State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Hawaii head coach before the game. This is a very motivated squad. Coming in here against a Big Ten team, these guys have a lot to prove. He said, we're not intimidated in an environment like this, and I expect our players to be the best version of themselves today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Spartans kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will get the ball first. Austin Carlisle getting the start here in the first game of the season. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. All right, guys, let's talk for a second about Hawaii. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not littered with a bunch of five-star blue-chip prospects. They've got guys they feel like they can develop down the road. But, David, the big question is, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that top 25 class, you also found some diamonds in the rough. And then some guys that have some potential that get developed. So, interested to see how they do in developing these guys.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Spartans offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Here's a look at the explosive D'Air Hill. We believe he's going to get the ball a lot, and they'll just keep feeding him as he gets stronger as the game goes on. To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. Might have a chance. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Plows through the defense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Like, stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball on the perimeter, but goodness gracious, has to break one tackle, just fighting as hard as he can to try to get positive yards, but too many guys coming after him too quickly.
Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Hill. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And he got enough for the first down, but we'll need to check on that injured player. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game one. It's tough to take an injury this early. In the red area, it's Hill. Got some room in under the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sparty. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
There's the pressure. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Got a little grass. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sparty. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he slides down, and he got just enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So first down here as they go back to work. Now they'll run it to the right here. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got it first. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it, they're on the move. Right down the gut of the field. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
It's bad enough on offense to turn it over. It's even worse, though, David, when you let a D-line flip the field. What happened there?
It was greatness is what happened. I don't know what you're talking about when you let the D-line, the best athletes on the field.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. He'll pull it on the read. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, here on the Hawaii sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment.
Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Running inside, it's Rice.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Could be an alley. The 10. He is in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that.
Goes high to pull it in. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like, they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found 0 answers in how to get back in this football.
Maybe a crease. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground. And with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. The Spartans are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Collier. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Spartans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option, he'll keep it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play.
And he's in! Touchdown, Spartan!
Near the goal line, everybody thinks more physical, bigger bodies. They're going to run the ball up the middle. How about this offense? Gives them a little change-up, gets the ball on the perimeter right now, fools the defense, and they get in for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun to give to the back.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Maybe some room here. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And they got it. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th down. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. The run inside. It's Hill. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Houston Cougars. And it's LSU trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Let's now check in on some top 25 battles today, as the landscape in this sport is truly ever-changing. Now back to your game inside Spartan Stadium. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at half.
There's a crease. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. QB draw. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Makes the catch. It's Lacy. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right on target the 1st time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Just going to keep it after the snap. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. 3rd down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They want to run this quarterback. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Rainbow Warriors with the 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He'll take it himself. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Michigan State sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go right back to the run. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Runs through a tackle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Delayed handoff. It's Hill. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Just something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The Spartans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quick release on the RPO. Fights off a defender. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions.
Touchdown, Spartan! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looks as if he's going to run it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming, going long. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Looking for a crease, it's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Bush. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Give to the single back. Here's a little room there. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right?
Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And at it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, and you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in fourth and short.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Rice. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
It'll be 3rd and long. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a simple.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
The keeper on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Hill. He's going to try to finish this one off with another score. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
And there's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And David, I think moving forward, this team just has to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.